Chapter 21. Mayma Riddle, thank you for accepting to speak with Explorer News and for finally deciding to share your side of the story. I know that talking about your trauma is not an easy thing for you to do. Thank you, Innocent, for having me here, I respond. It's been 2 days since I found out about Ozzy's betrayal, and instead of staying back and crying about the whole situation, I decided to do something different. I called Explorer News and agreed to an interview. When I share my side of the story and speak out now, his magazine story won't carry impact. I would have already spilled the beans. You haven't spoken to the media since the story about you sleeping with your foster brother went viral, and a lot of people have been eager to hear the story from your own lips. 3 years down the line and we have you here. What made you change your mind about sharing your part of the story? I clear my throat. I didn't think it was necessary for me to speak out then, but now things are different. I have realized people want to use my name to chase clout, and I won't allow them to. Not anymore. It's time you all get to have a first-hand account of what happened and how I found myself in that situation with Mark. May, tell us a bit about your life growing up. How was it before you were adopted? I was left at the doorstep of an orphanage as a baby. That is where I was raised. Life there was hard. I was abused at 10 years old by a man named Raphael, who was a patron at the orphanage, and he now runs his own orphanage. I say before stating the name of the orphanage. I am saying everything there is to say about my life. I am tired of being silent. I am tired of being blamed for things I have no control over. How was life with the Myrtles? I had nice food to eat, a stable place to sleep, and I had an education with them, but I didn't get the attention I thought I would get from my foster parents. They were so busy with their life and didn't pay attention to me or what was going on in my life. The only time I was useful to them was when they needed photos for the media. What exactly happened with Mark? He broke my virginity, I say, and he gasps. Your own brother? I shrug. He forced me the first time, and after that life just continued and we would fuck. Did you just say the F word? I did, or am I not allowed to say fuck on TV? My editor will cut that part out. He laughs since we are not live and will only get to air this in the evening. Lucky you, this should have been live. I have heard so many things about you, May, but no one told me you are funny. I laugh. I am many things, my dear. So did your parents know that you and your brother were an item? My father did. He caught Mark abusing me but didn't say a word. You know what he did? What? He fucked me too. It should have been a family of fuckers. Wow. His eyes widen. I know. I don't even know what to say or ask now. My life has been a mess. So, Mrs. Myrtle didn't know about me and Mark, but she knew what her husband did to me and still kept quiet about it. You want to know what's funny? Mrs. Myrtle is actually my auntie. I am her brother's daughter, and I just found out my mother is Lady Chishimba, the mayor. This is some news. Yes, it is. Mark and I are actually cousins and we are blood. He asks me some more questions and I go on tell him everything. How I found out about my mother and Lucy. I tell him also about Lewis and Darcy, as well as about my child whose whereabouts I don't know of. What you have shared is more than what I actually thought you would. You poured your heart out here. Thank you. As we conclude, I want to know how you have survived the last 3 years having so many unfavorable things being said about you on social media. I am used to what people say about me, but you should know that I am not on social media. I haven't been for a number of years, so I don't really know what they say about me currently on social media. You are a strong woman. That's the only choice that life gave me. Do you have any last words? I do. The floor is all yours. I have a message for Ozzy. I am sure you and Mrs. Rashid will get to watch this. Thank you for giving me a voice. He closes the program after that, and when I leave his office, I feel light. I didn't break down, not even once, when I told my story today. That is obviously a sign that I am getting better. A few hours later. How could you allow her to go to TV with this? Mrs. Rashid yells. I didn't know she would. How the fuck didn't you know she would do such a thing? I shrug. May has never been one to go to TV and share her side of the story. You see what she said at the end? That little bitch has ruined everything for me. Does that mean we can't publish the story? Of what use will it be? People already know everything. It won't be news anymore when we do get to have it published. My promotion. What fucking promotion? You messed up. In fact, I don't want you here. Out of my house. What is that supposed to mean? You are fried Ozzy. Clear your stuff and leave. What? Are you joking? No, I am not. Leave, she yells. I stare at her for a minute hoping she is just lying, but when I see the seriousness in her eyes, I walk out feeling defeated. Why would May do a thing like this? I was this close to getting that promotion and now I am back to square one. Elab. Your August girl.